Hi, this is Barry J. McDonald here, and I'd like to welcome you to today's blog post over at writecome.com. And today I am far from home. I have a few minutes to spare. I'm just picking the kids up from school, so I just had the Kindle in the car with me, so I just thought I'd create this video today. And it's on this topic of improving your writing. You know, if you go online and search anywhere, you're going to find a lot of people are, giving advice and tips on how to improve your writing. And I just thought I'd throw my hat into the ring too, and give you what I've found has helped me, and just for anybody that's starting in the beginning of writing and wondering, what should you do. I'd recommend, first of all, that although it's not compulsory, I advise anybody who's thinking of taking up writing to read a lot. Now, whether that's fiction or non-fiction, it's totally up to you, but the more work you read, the more you you'll notice the sentence structure and grammar and stuff like that, and how the author uses words. Especially if you're getting into fiction, I recommend you read a lot of fiction to see how other people are doing it. And another thing then is to write daily. A lot of people use the excuse maybe they haven't got time every day to do the writing, and maybe they just keep it to one day a week or something like that. But I'd recommend even just setting aside maybe even 15 or 20 minutes per day and writing a small piece, because like working a muscle, when you're doing an exercise routine or whatever, the more time you actually do it, the more beneficial it is. So if you take, for example, maybe just exercising once a week compared to maybe taking 5 or 10 minutes per day, and doing it every day, in long term it's going to be far more beneficial to you to do those kind of 5 or 10 minutes per day, rather than doing kind of sporadic every so often, just kind of sitting down and doing a marathon writing session. Because when you're writing long term like that, it slowly, it as I said, it builds on that kind of writing muscle, and your writing will improve, and as well too, like, it kind of programs your mind every day that you're going to sit down. It's going to be working away in the background. It's going to finishing off maybe for whatever you finished yesterday. Subconsciously, maybe as you're sleeping at night, this is going to be working in the background. It's going to give you ideas then for the next piece. But if you're only writing maybe once a week or once a month or something like that, there's such a big gap between those kind of writing periods that you're being unfair to yourself. So rather than actually sitting down and writing for hours at a time, I'd recommend even just setting aside a few minutes per day, and start off small, because a lot of people, as I said, will say that they haven't got time to do writing. So we can set aside maybe 10 minutes per day. Like, everybody can find 10 minutes a day to do a little bit of writing, and then maybe possibly next week maybe expand it up to 15 minutes. And as well too, it builds up stamina, because you mightn't be used to sitting down for a long period of time and actually writing out. So that's what I recommend, is you do it on a regular basis, even if it's only a matter of a few minutes. And then the last tip I'd recommend is just to take pieces of fiction or non-fiction and sit down and actually write out longhand. And by doing this, it's going to make you more aware of how the author chooses their words. And again, because you're copying a piece that's already been edited by a proofreader and stuff like that, you're not going to be copying mistakes. So you're going to be actually writing content that has been through the whole kind of tidied up, and the sentences have been picked right, the words have been correctly picked, and you're working with the finished article. So I'd recommend just taking a piece of fiction of maybe your favourite author or whoever's popular at the moment. It doesn't have to be kind of one of the classics or anything like that, but something that you would look at and you would like to, an author you'd like to emulate. So take maybe whether it's an Agatha Christie thing or something like that, or a Jack Reacher book or something like that, whatever you're into. Sit down and write out a couple of pages by hand every day. And again too, like, over time, the more you do it, like writing daily, like if you did a small bit of this every day, it would be more beneficial than sitting down for maybe once a week or once a month and writing down for a couple of hours. But by writing other people's fiction down, not only do you notice it slows you down, because you have to pay attention to the words that they're using, and how they describe things like that. It'll make you more aware of it, because it's one thing to read through it, but when you actually have to write it out hand by hand, word by word, it really slows you down, and you do pay attention to what they're actually doing. And then as well too, like, apart from all that, it helps all that information actually gets absorbed into you subconsciously. So you actually take on some of those traits that author actually uses in their writing. Now, if you did it for too long, you'd probably, if you were, say for example, you were doing maybe the Jack Reacher books, maybe all the books you would write, you'd have that kind of, people would notice that in you. So maybe if you wanted to get over that, then it was just to pick a collection of authors and take a sample of each every day, and kind of, you'll pull from all of them, so that all this is kind of getting into your subconscious mind, and it's going to improve your writing. So I recommend try those out for the next 30 days and see what what happens. But I'm sure if you follow those 3 tips alone, that your writing will vastly improve from where you are right now. So my name's been Barry J. McDonald. This has been today's blog post at writecom.com. So take care and have a great day. Bye bye.